Welcome to In Conversation with MANWAR podcast. This podcast is brought to you by the Do Not Be a Bystander campaign. You can join us in raising awareness about bullying by visiting the donotbeabystander.com, and be sure to subscribe to the channel to stay informed about upcoming episodes. Today's participant is Samia, an extraordinary individual whose solid passion for eradicating bullying and fostering a safer community for all is truly inspiring.
Yes, I'm your host, Manwar Khan. Today, I'm joined by a guest who is ready to share her thoughts and insights about courage. In times of adversity, courage can be a guiding light, providing the strength to continue and make positive changes. It is a virtue that encourages personal growth and allows individuals to make a meaningful impact on their lives and the lives of others. Welcome, Samia, for joining us in our conversation today.
Thank you so much for having me at your show, Manwar.
So, before we continue, I would like to talk a little bit about Samia. Samia is a math teacher in junior high. In addition to teaching mathematics, she is also passionate about instilling empathy in her students. She believes that by cultivating empathy, they can develop compassion and a deeper understanding of others. So, Samia, for some people, courage might be speaking up in front of large group of audience, while for others, it could be facing a personal fear or overcoming a difficult obstacle. Courage can also mean showing empathy and support for others, even when it is not easy. How can people overcome their fears and become more courageous?
Well, as a teacher, I would tell my students that overcoming fears and becoming more courageous is a process that anyone, including kids, can achieve with practice and patience. First, it is essential to understand that feeling scared is entirely normal and okay. Everyone feels afraid of something, and that's a natural part of being human. The first step of being brave is to acknowledge our fears and not be too hard on ourselves for having them. Next, I would tell my students that they can start facing their fears little by little. It's like taking small steps towards being courageous. For example, if I'm scared of height, I can start by climbing a small step ladder and gradually work our way to the higher place. Each time I take a step, I gain confidence and realize that I can handle more than I thought. I also suggest that having supportive people around us also help. We can talk to the family, friends, and about our fears and ask for their encouragement and understanding.
Excellent. I like your example. It is true that surrounding is important. The people who inspire you, empower you, encourage you in your everyday life, it is better to hang out with them because that will help you to actually that kind of motivates you, right? That's true. So courage and telling the truth are closely connected. Speaking the truth often requires courage because it can be challenging and sometimes uncomfortable. However, it is essential aspects of personal integrity and building trust in relationships. So, how does courage relates to being honest and telling the truth?
Well, courage and being honest are closely related. You are absolutely right. Because telling the truth sometimes require bravery. It takes courage to be honest, especially when the truth might be difficult or uncomfortable to share. When we are honest, we are not hiding anything or pretending to be someone we are not. Being truthful means admitting when we have made a mistake or owning up something we did wrong. Moreover, that when we tell the truth, we build trust with others and they know that they can rely on us. So being courageous and honest go hand in hand. Both qualities help us become better and more trustworthy people.
Excellent. So, one of my favorite quotes from Winston Churchill is, success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Excellent. Thank you so much, Samia, for having this conversation at our podcast today. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. Before we wrap up, I would like to remind our listeners that there are several resources available in to help individuals dealing with bullying. The Government of Alberta has a bullying helpline that can be reached at 1-888-456-2323. Bullying is a violation of human rights. Under no circumstances, bullying is acceptable. As a community, we have a shared responsibility to take a stand against bullying and refuse to be bystanders. Thank you so much for joining in conversation with MANWAR Khan, and see you next week. Bye.